Welcome back to my show with a friend, a special friend, a friend close to my heart, even though I support everything he does and he doesn't want to support me at all. Mark, I love you.
Oh boy. Oh man.
How's my buddy?
I'm fantastic. Robbie is secretly a psycho girlfriend. You don't share my posts. You don't like all my posts.
I support you to the tooth and the bone, down
I
to where my
support you
knuckles
all the
won't
way,
bleed.
but you don't support me. Why don't you talk to me enough?
Why
Mark,
don't you ever
please.
just come home for a nice seafood dinner? Take me out to a nice Olive Garden every now and again. Get me the cheesy crust.
Christ.
If David
Oh my God.
messages you about your gallbladder, just tell him you had it taken out yesterday. I end up getting like creating a scenario and then I forget to tell somebody later that it was a joke. So then now I have to kind of roll with it. It's like answering the phone and then they're like, "Hey, Jim, what's up?" And I'm like, I'm going to roll with this one. "Hey, man, what's up? It's been a while." And then you just start going down this 45-minute conversation where now you end up on the donor list for a kidney. And you're like, "Oh, God, I'm donating to this guy I never met. I don't even know if we're compatible, but apparently Jim is. So I guess that means I am too."
What is wrong with you? You can't do that shit. What's the matter with you? You can't do that to David.
Wait,
When did you tell David that?
This morning before our recording session, I was like, "Hey, I'm talking to Mark today. I'll tell him you said hi." He goes, "Yeah, tell Mark I said hi." He goes, "Yeah, he just got out of surgery." "What happened?" I was like, "He had gallbladder surgery. He didn't tell you?" And he goes,
Did
"No,
you
no."
actually tell him this?
I did. You want to see the messages?
Oh my God, show me the messages. I gotta see.
Oh, God. Oh, it'll pop up for the listeners.
All right, let me see if you were talking about me. Hold on. Give him a virtual hug. Tell him I said hi. Go ahead. All the way. Ah, dude, that's fucked up. Don't tell him that shit. David will actually get concerned. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't messaged me.
I didn't know what was going on. I was just, yeah, he's probably upset with you. Why did you piss him off? He said that you guys went to an Olive Garden and you left him with the bill.
And went all the way up to Canada.
So how's my
Oh my
buddy
God.
doing?
Dude, you're talking to me like I'm like 2 years old. How's my body doing? I'm doing
How's
great.
my
I'm like
little,
a
can I
dog.
ruffle your hair?
Oh, dude, stop.
Okay.
It's like 90 degrees here, and my hair is like going fucking everywhere.
Well, how are you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in a little while. You're on my new season.
This is a new season?
800.
Oh, that's right. That's right. 800. Holy fucking shit. Dude, I don't know how you keep doing this. I don't know how you go every day with all these. This is nuts.
I've been selling organs to afford rent.
or lying about having them. You're just getting the money. Send me the check before. I promise you I'll send it to you.
See, before I could have faked it where I was like, it's just the same person, just different accents. Like I could have a really talented voice actor on, but then we started doing video and then you have to see all these random people. So I'm like, oh shit, now I got to talk to people.
Oh my God. Nah, man, it's been good. When we spoke not too long ago. Like what? Like
60
3
episodes
weeks
ago.
60 episodes, which is not 60 episodes ago. No way.
Almost 2
really?
months.
2 months.
I like how I remember all the dates, but you're like, I can't even fucking pick up the phone to text them and let them know that my surgery went well.
My fake surgery. Oh my God.
Hey, we got to make sure it's real so I don't look like a liar.
Oh my God. This is what I mean, everybody. You hear it. You can hear it in his voice. He's genuinely upset.
If you could donate an organ, what would you donate?
If I could donate an organ, what would I donate?
Anything on your body you can donate or in your body.
Do I have to be dead or can I still be alive doing it?
You have to be alive. That's a cheap way out if you fucking die.
I was gonna say, so I'm gonna give a kidney because I'll still at least have one.
Are you an organ donor on your license?
Nope.
Wait, what? You're,
No,
I thought that was a common thing to do. Like I know so many people in my family that had organ donors. So when I was a kid, I thought that was an average thing. And then she goes, "Do you want to be an organ donor?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay, cool. We don't really get a lot of those." And I was like, "Wait a minute, hang on a second. Isn't that's not the norm? It's like when you figure out that innies are normal and outies are not."
yeah. You didn't know an Audi was abnormal?
No, I
I'm
don't.
not gonna ask you what you have, but
I have an innie.
you have an okay, okay,
Sometimes it's an outie if I have a pasta dinner.
okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh my god.
I don't know. What would you donate? Would you donate an eye?
I don't even, nobody wants my eyes. I got horrible eyesight.
The blind
I,
probably would be really appreciative of it.
but like, this is a little bit better. I can see shapes. I can't read anything, but I can see shapes. Yeah, no, I would not. I would not donate my eyes. That's like a cruel joke. Somebody's like, oh yeah, I need like a new eye. I want to be able to finally see. Like if that's like a thing they could fucking do, and they get it and they're like, yeah, you need glasses though. Okay, I knew it. I couldn't be perfect. Couldn't be perfect.
Or
So
you can
they
be
get
part of the
glasses
rare
instead.
population that have like polarized eyes.
Could do that.
My ex-girlfriend's kid was albino and he had all blue eyes, but he had to wear sunglasses a lot because it's hard for his eyes to handle the light. They were really sensitive.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. I never knew what albino was until I saw one for the first time and I was like, ah, what is
When did you
that?
see one for the first time?
My I just fucking told you. My
No, I know,
ex,
but I know, but I'm saying when was that?
I don't know, like 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I know. I know you just told me, but you didn't say when.
I thought it was
It could have been like what?
I thought it was like
It could have
Bigfoot.
been yesterday. It
It
could
was whispers in the air, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember seeing one for the first time when I was a kid. I had to have been like 12.
Did you say, "Holy shit, you're
No, I
pale"?
didn't say it. I didn't say anything. I was like, they exist. Like they actually do.
I've only heard about them in folklore.
Yeah, it's alive. No, it's real. No, that was I mean, I'm not like, I know there's like some kids when they're little. I hope I didn't do that, but I know some kids when they're little when they see somebody that's a different skin color for the first time, and they're like, "Why is that person like that?" It's like they just are. You know, I'm sorry. You have to apologize for the for your
Why is
kids.
that man as tall as I am? It's like, shh,
Yes, yes.
pat him
Or
on
it's
the
like
head.
what is it? An Elf with Will Ferrell. You see that movie?
No,
You never saw Elf?
no.
You're fucking with me. You saw Elf.
Buddy
Tell me you.
Claus.
I was gonna say, come on. You remember the scene? He's like, "Oh, he's an angry elf." It's like, call me an elf one more time. Oh my god,
I liked it when he was putting maple syrup on his pan. No,
pasta.
what was it? Yeah, pasta. That's a weird
Yes,
thing. I wonder if it
it
actually
was his
tastes good.
spaghetti. Oh, I feel like the king he put maple syrup, uh, chocolate. It was like the Hershey's chocolate that you get out of the bottle, and then what else did he put on there? Like M&Ms and all that other crap candy.
What's your weird food thing that you eat that a lot of people don't eat?
Thing that I ate that people don't eat. Don't know.
Great.
When I was younger, like I don't do it anymore. But when I was younger, I used to have waffles. Something I found out later on in life, and my mother used to do it. Waffles, but I would put syrup and a little bit of ketchup on it at the same time.
Oh
Yeah,
God. I hope you're not
yeah,
donating your stomach, you sick son of a bitch. Holy
yeah.
shit.
I do. I don't eat like that now. You know, but I didn't. You know, I used to do that, and then I was like, I don't know why I started doing that, and I realized my mother used to do that. Now she doesn't do it anymore, but she used to do that. Something that like I don't know. There's
Why?
something about it. I don't know. It was something that I always felt like it had to go on for breakfast. And then as I grew older, I'm like, this should not be going on a waffle. On a waffle. There's a lot of things that go on a waffle, and ketchup is not one of them. But
That's
what about
interesting.
you?
I don't have any weird food things.
Oh, don't tell me that shit. You're gonna ask me one. I was trying to pull one out of my ass.
I don't know. I use
Yeah.
croutons as my croutons are cereal, maybe. That's kind of weird, I guess.
You have croutons with milk? No, you don't have milk. So
No,
then what
I
do you mean
don't.
you
I
use
just
this?
on my salad, I put it as croutons. I use some cereal.
Oh, you use cereal instead of croutons.
Yes.
Okay, that's a little weird. What kind of cereal do you use?
I have a mixture in a container, like 80,000 different cereals after years upon years. I bet if I look hard enough, there's that Honey Smacks I had from 2 years ago that gave me salmonella probably in there. I'm waiting for the day I have a job interview and I fucking get a handful of that salmonella smacks and just take it on down the train, my friend.
So not only is it cereal, it's stale cereal, most
Look,
likely.
we need to get serious. Yeah, it is. It's like a saltine. When it goes stale, it tastes this fucking same. There's so much sugar laced on that shit. You're not going to tell the difference.
Until you eat it, and you're like, this is stale.
It tastes like sugar. I don't understand. I get the off-brand cereal. It never tastes good in the first place. It's just the filler food. It's like it took 15 years for Pringles to figure out that why don't you make a can that people can actually get their fucking hand in? Like 15 years, guys? Really? I mean, come on. I'm sitting there. Are you raise your hand if you're with me on that. People listening, raise your hand if you're with me on the fact of Pringles. You too, Mark, if you agree with me that raise your hand. Look at that fucking hand. That's a hand that's too big to fit inside of a Pringles can.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's portion control.
That's
what they were doing.
Bo Burnham said that joke a while ago. I'm not stealing it. I'm just bringing it back up because that guy's a great comedian.
Oh, he's stealing.
So, Mark, it's time to get serious.
Oh, really?
I need a voiceover for my show.
Okay.
So I'm going to dry pitch you my show because you never listened to an episode. So you'll be able to do a great voice. The eye roll.
Dude, this shit doesn't. No. You're going to have to find every voice actor now. That's it.
Yeah, take
all this water
sip of water
for nothing.
Pitch you
for
my
nothing
show.
Now.
So the show is called Out of the Blank. What comes to your mind when I say out of the blank? And if you say starter pistols, I'm going to slap you through a Zoom call. Someone told me that at one point. So I'm just saying.
What the fuck did anybody say?
On like my 200th episode, some guy's like, I thought this was about starter pistols. And I'm like, and you came on, how much do you know about starter pistols? He's like, I know a lot. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. All right.
What do I think about?
Yes.
Well, now I've been on so many times, I just think about you now. I see your face. I see your face.
Give me a little bit more Tyler Perry to that. Why don't you?
Give me a little more Tyler Perry.
The way you said it.
What do you
like
mean?
Tyler Perry.
Oh dear Lord.
Give me your Medea voice. Yes.
My Medea. He's going, yeah, come on, dance monkey. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord, these children these days, they don't seem to understand. They just ask, and they want to receive, but they never want to give. Oh dear Lord, Robert, that's how you feel about me, Robert. This I'll tell you all the time. Oh, Mark, all I do is I promote your stuff, which you really don't. But then I do all these things for you, Robert. And
what do you mean I don't promote your stuff? I have dropped your name in so many episodes.
Dude, see, look how offended he gets. He gets so upset.
Because I support my friends, and then you're making me come off like an asshole.
You make me come off like an asshole.
I think you're a great guy. I always say Mark's a great guy.
See, you don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. You have to remember these things.
Who lives in a glass house? That's so ballsy. Yeah, if you want to walk around like you wake up out of bed, you're in your boxers, don't have a shirt on, don't have full on pants. You just walk downstairs, you get a glass of milk, and next thing you know, neighbors are looking through your window like, look at this son of a bitch wearing polka dot underwear and an open floor plan. Open floor plan? What an asshole.
Those people are rich enough not to give a fuck.
I used to live next to a guy that had a whole side of his house was glass, and you would see so much shit happen. He would get into fights with his wife, and you're just like, one day cops are going to show up to the fucking house. Like, it's just intense.
They throw hands?
Yeah. Well, she threw hands. He grabbed shit and threw it around her, like threw it near her, like to scare her, like you would scare a raccoon who's digging in your trash. You just fucking chug a ball at her or something like that. Either that or she had really good reflexes and was able to move at the last minute. I don't know.
Just dodging everything like George Bush dodging the shoe.
He blocked one of them with his hands.
That's right.
America's hand.
That's America.
Stopping terroristic size 9 Converse from hitting you in the face.
The terrorists are out there to destroy our country, and so are we.
Give me.
Oh my God.
All right. Okay. You're going to be my grandmom taking me into the store to buy some groceries, but you got to give me that briefing that every mother gives their little kid before they go into the grocery store. Give me a briefing.
All right, Rabbit.
Hold on, you didn't even start the car.
I have to get. We're not at the grocery store yet.
No.
Fuck, man.
Who has dementia here? I need to put you in a home already, and I'm only 7. How do I get along with doing that?
All right, boy. Come on. Get your ass in the car. We're going to go to the store. We're going to get what we need. You're going to follow Grammy. We're going to get inside. Don't touch anything. You understand? Look at me.
Can I clutch your pearls?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Stand away. Look at me. Do not touch anything. We go in there. Okay. I know there's toys. I know there's cereal. I know there's candy, all the stuff you want. You can't touch it. You want to know why? You don't have any money. So when you're older and you have your own money and you ain't going to spend Grammy's money, then you can get whatever you want in the store. But we go together, you ain't touching shit. And you just follow me around, okay? You holding Grammy's hand. Don't go around with no strangers. And when we're done, we go back, okay?
First off, my grandmother was from Florida. I don't know what fucking part of South you're from, but you're not my grandma.
Oh, definitely not.
And I got in the car anyway, so that's a ballsy move on my part. What about your villain? Do you have a good villain voice?
Depends on the villain.
I'm going to be you at a bank, and you're going to rob the bank. Set, scene, go. Dance, monkey, dance.
Dude, I'm so sick of this shit. I do enough of this shit. I just want to talk to you. Dance, monkey, go on. You gotta come on my podcast so I can make you dance.
No, you know I love you. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm just trying to fill air.
No, dude, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What kind of villain do you want? Give me that. What do you want? What kind of do you want? Someone that's over the top? Do you want?
I don't know. If you were robbing a bank, Mark, which we all know you probably had those sick thoughts run through that crazy head of yours.
Definitely not.
I've had those thoughts. How can you have not had that? I thought one time when I was at the ATM, what happens if I just punch the camera to this thing and just
there's not enough money. There's not enough money in there.
So
it's not really worth it.
I don't need a lot. I need what, $50 a week? It's how much I spend on groceries. I just buy the same shit, but the price went up. So now I have to only buy, instead of buying 6 things of rice, I have to buy 4 and then 2 cans of beans. So I have to add more beans to my rice. I actually sliced the tip of my finger off, but it's kind of healed a little bit because I sliced it on a can of beans. That's a lie. Wasn't the can of beans. I ripped the rice packet. It didn't rip all the way. And I stuck a knife through it and went all the way to the other side of the thing and cut the whole tip of my finger off. I was making my food. I was like, I didn't put ketchup in my food. And I realized, oh, my finger's gone. Well, it's somewhere in the bean mix. So when one morning I'm going to be eating breakfast and like, hey, there it is.
Oh, it's a little bit of an extra crunch in my food.
It looks like when you drop like a piece of food under the oven and then it just sits there for a month and it's just hard and crusty and it's just gone. That's my finger, because you only have like 3 hours or 6 hours to be able to find your detached member of your body and be able to attach it back to you. Just like Lorena Bobbitt. Remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Who is she?
Don't know.
The girl, the woman that chopped off that guy's dick and threw it out the window.
Oh, okay. I don't remember her name. I remember the story.
Yeah.
While he was asleep, she chopped off his dick.
No, they were driving.
They were driving?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm thinking of a different person who chopped off her boyfriend's dick.
How many people chopped off their boyfriend's dick?
Happens way more than you think. Serious.
Like
people losing their member left and right. It happens.
Oh God, it's dangerous. All right, this is a better one. So you're a news broadcaster, and we just come across the worst child on crack because some selfish son of a bitch sold a 12.
I'm the bank robber.
We're mentioning the past episode. You like that?
I see what you're doing. I'm not talking about kids and crack anymore.
All right,
that was a
go
fucking
back
road
to the
I
bank.
went down.
I rationalized it. You know I was right about it.
No, you were not right. That was a fucked up story. Right.
I'm going to rationalize your bank robbery after this.
You're going to rationalize my bank robbery? Okay.
Ready?
I guess.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the first bank of your money here. How can I help you today? Would you like to make a deposit? Never mind. I'm too busy and I'm going to walk in the back and act like I'm doing something, but really I'm going to get high as balls. That's what happens every time I walk to the bank. The dude walks in the back as soon as I approach. He's gone for like 45. You're still here? Yeah, asshole. Yeah. I'm trying to get a deposit.
What bank are you going to?
Bank of Ocean City. Shout out to them. I've been keeping my money there for years and I like the abuse, so I don't ever change banks.
That's fucking horrible, Robbie.
So I don't ever
You
go
wait
there.
45. Do you actually go? Wait, be honest with me. Do you actually go to the bank, like physically go to the bank? No, you don't.
Yeah. Well, since
You
COVID,
actually physically.
it's been hard, but I had to see, I got direct deposit. I always liked
Mhm.
getting the money as the check so I could see it go into my account. And I don't have any apps because they make you create these impossible passwords to remember where I'm like, fuck off. So I have to go to the bank and I pull up, check my money in the ATM out front. And then I go inside and, talk to them. And they're like, why don't you just get it set up on your account? I'm like, I just like to come in and ask you guys how much money I got in my account. They're like, well, you got this amount. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, is that it? And I'm like, yeah, I just want you to know I'm way better than you. And I just slowly walk out while giving them the birds.
What is wrong with?
I'm kidding. No, it takes.
I know you're kidding. I know.
It takes like 35 minutes though to be able to figure out, like, even talk to someone. There's a really nice lady that does go there though, who used to go to my old gym, and she's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hi, how are you doing today?" She's like, "You're so cute," and ruffles my top of my head, and sparkles come out, and I'm like. And I run into the wall. No, seriously. Yeah, but I go to my bank physically, I guess you could say. I mean, spiritually as well, too, because it's attached all in one person.
I get it, right? I'm just saying, like, so you go and you just ask for how much is in your account. That's it.
Yes.
We live in a modern age, Robbie. We live in a modern age where
I
that
like
shit shouldn't happen.
communication. Damn it. Did you not get the show?
I get the show. I'm just saying. I get the show. Wait, has anybody from that bank been on your show?
No, nobody. I can't. It's hard for me to talk to people I physically see on a daily basis. Because once I know too much about you and you haven't been on before, then I know too much information to pull out. Like I had my cousin on here and we talked about like the time he lives in Hawaii, so I rarely see him. So it's like, we talked, but I don't know a whole lot about like his minds, his lifestyle and stuff like that. We just see each other on like a phone call or something every couple of years. It's like that family you talk to, but they're distant.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but like you meet
I come
people
from
that's
a broken home, Mark.
Okay.
Like my
home
toilet's been broke for a month. Nobody's fixing it.
Well, your toilet's been broke because of the massive dinosaur shit you leave in there.
I haven't gone in a long time.
I know you haven't gone, but when you do go, like the toilet's like, oh my God, today's the day. And then once it comes, today's the day, that toilet's just like, oh my God, please. Oh, it won't stop. It just won't stop.
It's like War of the Worlds when the alien comes out. Bong.
Yeah, that's what happens. It just opens up and just lets everything out. That's what happens. Horrible.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm trying to get you to open up to me about what really burns your Bunsen burner. Get it? But what really gets you so passionate about, like, I want to fight for this. You used to want to be a cop. Don't you want to do anything with that anymore? Is that just down the drain? What organ did you want to sell? I'm fucking waiting, man.
I told you already, kidneys.
Why would you want to get rid of your kidneys?
Just one, because you said I had to be alive. Yeah, so there's not many you can live without. So kidneys is one of them.
It's what dialysis
you can live without one. You can live with one.
You can live with none.
Well, I'm not going to live with none. I have two kidneys. I don't have to give both kidneys. Robbie, you asked me a question, I gave you an answer, and you get upset. What do you want me to say? My nuts? Like, what do you want me to say? I'm going to give away one nut, one testicle. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Wait, would you really get rid of a nut?
No, Robbie, but I'm telling you what I would get rid of, and that's what it was.
Wait, the kidney or the nut?
The kidney.
Okay, you threw me through a loop with the fucking nut example.
Because I know you want something like outrageous.
No,
like,
I don't.
Give one eye. I'm gonna walk around with an eye patch.
I want.
Like, is that what you like? What do you want me to say, Robbie? One ear, just one ear, half a nose. You know.
One butt cheek. Just get rid of one butt.
Just one ass cheek. I just want to be one of those guys. You can only slap
fix
me on
it
my
by
right
putting
ass,
your
and the other one
wallet
just slides.
in that one cheek spot that's missing. You know what they say? Like if you sit on your wallet like that, it can cause like curvature of the spine or something. Do you ever see those infomercials?
No, never heard of that.
Have you ever sat on your wallet like this? And then some dude's sitting on a wallet, and then he's like, yeah, your spine will tilt like this. Well, get the and they name some product.
How big is that fucking wallet for your spine to start to tilt?
Have you ever seen an old person's wallet? They keep like photos of their grandkids, their great grandkids, and all this shit. It's fucking
at that point, you can't even fit it in your pocket.
80,000 different cards to be able to, they got their one medication card for this drugstore. Then they got this medication for a different drugstore. I'm like, just get a universal card.
Yeah. Half the shit's probably expired. I don't want to get rid of it just in case I go back.
Why does he always turn into this crotchety old man? Why can't he just be a nice? I know plenty of nice old people that are in healthy shape.
Not turning it. He happens to sound crotchety and Jewish. That's just what it is.
I'm offended.
Hey, you know what? Every single person that meets me thinks I'm fucking Jewish. So don't worry about it.
You do got a bit of the tint of the mashuga.
I got a little bit of the, a little bit here, a little bit there. Look at the scales. It's all the same.
What have you recently been getting interested in? Because we do have to keep this show a little bit educational as well, too. So I want to talk about some topics rather than us bullshit back and forth.
Because I'm working on building the booth, I've been learning how to do more of like the building stuff with my hands. So learning how to insulate, learning how to. I had a lot of issues. So we did the demolition, and I was supposed to have people come and help me work with it that actually knew what was kind of going on. Didn't happen. It was more of like putting it off. So now I've just been doing everything by myself. So I framed by myself, which doesn't sound too hard, but like when you never done it before, yeah, it's hard to figure out. So I framed out the booth, doing the insulation. I can't do the electrical because I don't want to die. So I had someone else come in and do the electrical. But I'm learning how to do all those things, which I think is great just to know how to do anyway. Just understand those inner workings in a house, because then you don't have to pay everybody to do every little thing.
Well, you got to make sure you're able to create your own shit. And also, I have this going on with a friend of mine who's creating his audio drama series. It's been in this long delayed process. Good dude, but you got to know the method of being able to post your own stuff. You can't rely on someone to do it for you. First thing I've ever learned, and I can't believe, Mark, it's taken me 23 years to figure this out. But life's hard, man. And it's not any easier if you rely on someone else to be able to do your shit for you. Like I'm always prided myself in being able to learn what I wanted to learn. Yeah, I might ask for a little bit of help, but I don't ask people to do it for me. I need to make sure I can do it. When I don't have some person, I don't message someone saying, hey, I need you to post this episode once a day and fucking 800 days down the line. No, it doesn't happen like that. I got to make sure I can rely, edit, do whatever I got to do on my own to be able to do the thing that I want to do, Same reason I put on my pants before I leave the house. I'm not trying to give everyone a show. This is stuff you got to pay for down here, man. It's my twig and berries.
My twig and berries. No, dude, I understand. It's not like I wanted the people to come in and do it anyway, because I had that offer early on that was a family friend or whatever. He was going to just do the whole room and have it done. And it'd be done whatever. But I originally wanted to do it by myself with my buddy, because my buddy was like, dude, you should make your studio down here, because in the basement, because it's all surrounded by concrete, so it's pretty quiet anyway.
You scream.
Nobody could hear me scream. Yeah, seriously though, because there's a lot of that shit, and it gets loud. And then also it's not like 80 degrees like it is 85 up here with it's 90 outside, so it gets boiling hot up here.
Thanks, Weatherman Mark. Jesus Christ, give me the whole damn forecast.
What do you want from me, Robbie?
Is that what the weatherman sounds like? I said this to a storm chaser. The weather would be 1,000 times better if they just explained it better. They panic people in a way that's not fun. You got to panic them in a fun way.
There's no news like bad news. That's why they panic people.
That's not fun news. That you can make bad news fun. You have AIDS. Bum 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 bum. Remember Family Guy?
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. There's a hurricane. Like
no, you got to add it like this, guys. All right, so hold on. You got to set the scene for me. Narrate me a scene real quick of a weatherman studio. Go.
This just in: a tornado has just touched down in Austin, Texas. with
Everybody get
Robbie.
your shit and get out. There's a twister. It's a monster of the sky, a formation of the cloud and Jesus Christ, and it eats people. Get out. That's all you got to say. People are running for the hills, hiding in bunkers, eating as much as their cat food as they can possibly eat, and just dying.
I don't see where it's fun though, but I understand what you're saying.
That's a fun
You
way
want to
to
make it
describe
more of a thing.
Well, people are like, there's a category 4 coming at a category 5. You're like, I don't understand what the hell a category is. I just know that we got Family Feud for 500. And it's points.
So that's why you want to have a guy on there
Get Steve
like a
Harvey
Chris Farley. He's
on
like,
there.
no, I was well, Chris Farley's passed, but I'm saying like living in a van down by the river. There's a tornado, and if you don't leave, you're gonna end up like me, living in a van down by the river.
I hope
Like,
this gets
you
picked
want
up by
something
my
like that.
mic, but this is my Chris Farley impression of him doing Matt Foley.
You're not going to amount to jack squat. Gonna end up
That's good.
eating a government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You wanna hear my
That's one of
wind?
the better ones, dude. I like that one.
You want to hear
Why
my
haven't you pulled that out
I got a
before?
bunch of them in the book, man. I just got to listen to them and I'll be able to repeat them. I've been doing sound effects, though. You want to hear my wind sound effect?
I heard your helicopter. You sent me the
It
helicopter.
sounds good, doesn't it?
It sounds pretty good, yeah.
I know. All right, here's my wind. Did you hear it? No?
Yeah, I heard it.
Sounded shit.
Does it?
Yeah.
No. I'm fucking with you. Go
Sounded-
again. I didn't hear the last bit because your mouth was still going, but I didn't hear. Okay, so I hear like the. Did you like the whistle? I like the wind, even.
It just sounds like I'm breathing into the mic. You want to hear my? I can do a bane. You want to hear my bane?
Yeah, I've heard your bane.
I
There we go.
only grew up in the darkness, but the darkness was inside of me until I was just a mere boy, a small child, if you will. Batman, where the fuck is the remote? I'm trying to watch Steve Harvey read me the news.
I drooled
Oh
all
my
over myself on that one. Thank God. And if you're watching, thank you for watching. We're gonna be
Yeah,
off
thank you for
YouTube
sticking
soon,
around this
thanks.
long. Jesus Christ.
We're gonna be off
What?
Yeah, they added new terms and conditions. I have to ask people to sign something apparently now. So I'm like, I'm not fucking all about that. I'd rather just switch over to a new platform. But Zoom also updated. Zoom's like, we're putting a disclaimer at the beginning and the ending of an episode. So we don't get sued for when someone says, I didn't know I was being recorded on a Zoom call. I'm like, but then you miss
I
out
was-
the
yeah, I just-
conversation.
I just got that thing when you started. It
Yeah,
said
I
you're
know.
being recorded. Would you like to leave the call? I'm like,
I sent some angry
Maybe.
messages to Cheryl at Zoom. She wasn't too helpful. She kept saying, what can I help you with? Can you screenshot it? I can't send you a screenshot of it in the email. Is there some other email I can contact you at? Well, why don't you send a screenshot? I might be able to fix your motherfucker. I just told you I cannot send you a picture of what is happening because it won't send through the email. Well, if you can send me a picture, I'll be able to help you out. I'm like,
just send them a picture, Robbie. They just want a picture.
Hey, Cheryl, you dumb son of a bitch.
I miss that guy. It's so fucking
I
crazy.
watched a documentary, an interview with him, and it was David Spade, him, Adam Sandler, and another actor. I don't know. Guess he's not popular.
Rob Schneider?
No, not Rob Schneider. They never went out to eat with Chris Farley. But it was them all at a thing, and he could tell he was like, he was high on something, but he was attracted to the interviewer because every time she'd ask him a question, he'd look her in the eyes, then look down at her dress when she looked away, then look back up when she looked back over. And he was talking to me, he goes, I don't feel like I belong. And they're like, what? And he goes, well, these guys start writing, Adam Sandler, David Spade, they all start writing these amazing bits. And I just come in the room not knowing what to do. And I just knock stuff off their desk and, try and be funny and make them laugh and stuff like that. But I don't really think I belong. You realize how talented somebody could be and not know that they're talented because whatever is valued is on the basis of what society considers value. A lot of people wouldn't consider voice acting as value unless you're involved in that realm. And that's not an insult. That's just the way the world works. What we consider valuable is if you drive a Lexus or if you drive all these types of fucking expensive things in society. And I think that's a part of my issue. I don't think I know I've been yelling about China for a little bit, but it's not that I'm upset with China. I'm upset with the Chinese government specifically, but I'm upset with people that take advantage of other people because they have more power and they feel like they can assert it wherever they are. Because I'm a pro underdog guy. I'm a pro person overcoming challenges on the basis of I don't want a roadblock in front of them of a powerful force that feels like they can push your face down into the dirt until you can't get up anymore. I know that doesn't sound like, oh yeah, bullshit. No, 100%. That's how I am. I'm just it's society is turning people into something that they weren't meant to be, in my opinion. You know, we're becoming things that they want us to be rather than things of who you want to be or what you want to become. You should be able to have the opportunity to pursue your dreams, land of opportunity, right? Doesn't seem that fucking free when it comes down to the grand aspect of what they are telling you to be. How much of your thoughts are your own thoughts? I mean, I got mad because I know I shit on PETA a lot for their animal slur shit, but I also am upset with PETA on the basis of there's plenty of places that will put an animal or a chimpanzee, for instance, in a zoo enclosure, and they will keep the cage small and feed them barely nothing. So they remain weak, that their bones don't grow properly because you're in such an enclosed space. And there's multiple things. It's how they keep them so docile. Because after a couple of years, that chimp, that little baby chimp, is not going to be so easily contained when it starts getting bigger and growing huger, especially getting stronger. They're fucking rough and tough animals, even when they're babies. It's all about this idea of who the fuck wants control. I don't think the best people are in control. You know, there was that Wyoming lawmaker that just came out about being 18 and impregnating a 14-year-old girl, like way back when he was a kid. And they were like, "What?" And he was like, "I know you're looking for something on me. Here's my shit. It's out in the open. What else do you got?" And I'm like, I don't like what he did, but at the same time, I like that you're honest about your shit. Because if more people were honest about their shit and running for office, we probably have a way better system than people finding out shit and digging for shit.
Yeah. Problem is everyone's covering each other's asses too. So things are all intertwined. I tell people that all the time. It's one of those things that, uh, especially with politicians, it wasn't always the way it is now. There weren't career politicians. You were there and then you went back to your store. You did your whatever time, you went back to your farm. Like you weren't doing this just to get reelected. You weren't doing this for the six-figure salary. You were doing it because it was supposed to be a service. It's not how it is anymore. There were no celebrity interactions when you were a politician. You know what I mean? Now it's just like it's all engaged together. Everyone's meeting the president, everyone's meeting the governors, doing all those different things. They're taking pictures, they're on Twitter, all this different stuff. It's just things have changed and there's so much money involved that people just do whatever they can to keep getting more. But people get reelected because they don't care about me or
The amount of
you.
corruption
So
is just fucking insane. It's like they
well, that's
toss
what
it.
I mean.
I don't like the fakeness of the disguise that America plays when it comes, or when people play, people that are supposed to be fixing our system say, we're pro mental health. Here's $1 billion funding to mental health. Well, see through where your fucking $1 million goes. Like, it's not going to fund these corporations. It gets lost. Oh, we lost $950 million to a mental health fund. That's Balasio's wife. People just say that's corruption for you. I don't like that answer. I want to try and find a way to be able to make sure that money goes to the place it's supposed to go to, because I don't know if you know what depression is. I mean, you obviously probably know a little bit, but some people have it pretty fucking bad that I would never be able to understand. I think I have it bad, but someone probably has it worse. And it's because that fucking voice in your head, it just goes, Mark, listen to me, Mark. You're going to be nothing. Mark, why are you even alive? And it just starts getting into your fucking head, this little voice that just speaks to you and tells you that you're worthless, tells you that this person's better than you, that you're going to be nothing, you're going to achieve nothing. And that's all a factor of the industry. It's this programming to keep you working and working for something that you don't even fucking believe in. And it's fucking nuts. I swear to God, I want to just punch every politician in the mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I would talk to him like, hey, why are you so fucked up? Huh? Can I just get an answer? Just tell me. What, you molested as a kid? Okay, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, fuck everybody else up too. One person that's fucked up has to fuck up everybody down the line until we're a line of fuck ups. And I'm just like, hey, I'm going creamer through my hair.
Do you know where the bathrooms are? Like fucking nuts. I don't know what to do with life. It's crazy. I'm depressed. Nice to meet you. Just kidding. I'm happy. I'm starting a clothing brand.
Dude, going back to the voice thing, I feel like when it comes to that voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough, or you're not this, or you're not
He's
that,
right.
you're never gonna amount to anything. No, I'm saying
Oh,
you gotta, because I did it months ago, or maybe probably more than that.
he killed
Trying to
somebody.
figure out, no, trying to figure out who that voice is, or what that voice is, where it's from. So, I did something. I saw it was like an exercise that a fellow voice actor put on there, and I thought it was a really great thing. So, doing something like uncomfortable, doing like an accent that I can't do, it doesn't really matter. Doing something like that, I listened back to it after the fact, and it's not up to the standards that I want. It doesn't sound as good as it should, and whatever. And I let those thoughts coming in saying, "You're this, you're that," and let him kind of marinate in there, and then take a second and try to figure out who that is that I'm hearing. Is it myself? Is it my own demons because I put too much pressure on myself? Is it, your parents? Is it someone in your life that told you you're never going to amount to anything, that's just kind of stuck in there? Or like you said, is it society? Is it constantly what you're seeing all the time saying you need to be this, you need to be that? Or is it a mixture of everything, and the voice that's being said is just your own that you're hearing?
It's my joke I had a long time ago. I told you about the voice inside of your head. What would you rather choose to be that voice? You could only live with the voice that is narrating your head because you're used to it. It's you. It's your own voice, just in a different way. If you had Morgan Freeman's voice in your head, it might sound mystical and fun at first, but you get annoyed with it. And it turns out the best voice is the one inside of your head. I never worked the bit out, but it's there. I copyrighted it. Fucking steal it from me. I dare you. Just like the world has taken everything from me.
I'm just saying it's good to figure out where that came from, what that start is. Because when you're a kid, you don't think those things. When you're young and nothing has happened to you in your life, like as a base, like every child is just not thinking that.
Well,
You know what I
depression
mean?
is now hitting kids at younger and younger ages. We have kids with 12 years old being diagnosed with that type of stuff and taking a pill to be able to heal it. It's
Exactly.
always there. It never goes away, but it grows. And if you don't choose to focus on it and choose to deal with it, it's gonna fucking take you over. My doctor
Yeah.
said that to me. My doctor goes, "You're stressed, man. This is why all this stuff, all these tests that are coming back negative, it's because you're stressed." And I'm like, "I'm not stressed." Like, "Robbie, you've experienced a lot." And I'm like, "I know, but I'm not stressed." No, you're able to hide it pretty fucking well. And I said, "I don't feel it." And I think it's because I just push it down so far. And like a lot of people do. I'm in no way a person that should be complaining about anything. I don't complain at all. I'm not trying to complain or sound it, but I'm trying to empathize with people that are dealing on an everyday basis and not coming over or coming to grips with this amount of pressure that's on your head. It's on everybody's mind. The reason why some of these episodes might sound the same or talk about the same topics is because everybody's thinking this, but it takes real fucking guts to talk about it. It's not fucking easy.
Yeah, for sure. And like you were telling me, that it's one of those things that you could just be so stressed that you don't even realize it now, because it's just normal to you. So you don't even show it. It just seems like a normal thing. You don't feel stressed, but you're just constantly under stress, and you don't even. It's like an unconscious thing now.
Well, what are you stressed about? I just opened up like a nice little rose on a Sunday morning.
Dude, I'm stressed about everything. I'm always stressed.
Give me some of it. I'll take some of the load. It's an energy exchange. I exchange some with you. You exchange some with me. It's how this world should be working.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not. I try not to focus on the bigger picture when it comes to stuff like that, like politics and all this other shit, because it comes down to it that
I want to
the
know what's
way I
inside your
feel
head.
about. No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm going off what you were saying, because that stresses you out and that bothers you and all these different things. That it's something that you think about. Obviously, it's not the main thing that stresses you out, but it's one of those things. I try to tune that out the best I can. When it comes down to the stuff with me, I'm thinking more of my immediate future. Getting married, finding a place where I can live, that I can afford to live. Won't be in New York State because it's fucking impossible to live here. Taxes are insane. Trying to find that place, trying to still be able to do what I want to be able to do and work, and find a job that will give me enough money to be able to do both. And it's hard to do that because I got a degree that's so narrow-minded that I would have to either become a cop or move forward and go to law school and do all that shit. And I don't want to spend any more money on school. So I feel like I'm stuck. Constantly feel like I'm stuck all the time. So, and it's because of my fear of not saying, hey, I really want to do this, but I didn't want to say anything because I'm embarrassed. I should have just said it and shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. But that constant feeling of like, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. You're with some, because I'm in a long-term relationship that is going to lead to marriage. So, and I know that's going to happen relatively soon, in like, the next 3 to 4 years, whatever.
Do I get an invite to the wedding?
Would you like to come to the wedding? Will you actually come?
Yes.
So you will get an invite to the wedding.
I'll fly out. I'll fly all the way there.
So when all that shit happens, there's got to be a base. Like, I got to have things set. I got to have a career. I don't want to lose this either. I want to be a full-time voice actor. I know it's going to take a long time, and I know I have to build the base, but I got to still get to where I got to be while also worrying about everything else. Because I'm in a relationship, I have somebody else that I have to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't just think I'm going to just do this and whatever, and I'll just figure it the fuck out. Like, no, I can't. Because you get whatever, you have the parents. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to just do this, because you're the parents of the person you're with are expecting you to be able to say, hey, I'm able to take care of your daughter. I'm able to support. I'm able to do all those things. And if you can't show that, then it's just going to be awkward. It's going to be hard to convince anybody otherwise, to just think that you are going to make it. And I don't want to be famous. I don't want to do anything. I enjoy this so much that I just want to be able to do this and only this. You know what I mean? So getting to that, I need to be able to find my way to make enough money doing it that I can just only do this, because I only think about this. Me at any other job, I haven't found one where I'm just there and I don't think about being here. I don't think about being in front of the microphone. There's nothing that I've had. So right now it's me trying to find something for the meantime, trying to have something that can give me a decent salary that I can survive, and then make time for this. It won't be as much time as I would normally have if I was doing it full time, but I gotta fucking suck it up. A lot of people do this part-time until their side hustle becomes their primary source of income, and that's what they want to do. Then they move on, they make that leap, and that's what it is. And this is a stressful thing. You don't get guaranteed money with voice acting. People think, oh, you get royalties from a show. It's like, yeah, you don't get that much. You don't get that much. So it's like you're constantly, when you're auditioning, it's like you're constantly going for a new interview. It's like you're interviewing for a new place to work. And there's constant rejection, there's constant this, there's constant that. I'm going into a field of constant uncertainty, of not knowing, uncertainty, and not knowing if I'm going to be making money this month, this week, this whatever. And I know that, but I love it so much that I want to be able to do that. I want to have that opportunity to say, I'm doing this. Not that I have to do this, but I get to do this. I get the voice in a video game. I get the voice on a show. I get to do a commercial. I get to do whatever. It doesn't matter. I get to do that. I'm pointing to my booth. No, people are like, what the fuck is he pointing to? I'm pointing to my booth. I get to do that. That's all I think about all the time. So, I know I don't get to talk to you as much all the time, but if you're not talking for me or hearing from me, it's because I'm trying to make this happen. And there's a lot of inner working things that people don't think of, and they think it's just easy, and they think it's about social media, and they think it's about networking, and it's all those things are very important, especially when you want to have longevity with it. But there's certain baselines that people need to get through, and people need to have. And if you don't have it, and you don't have the money to pay for those things, you're not going to get anywhere. It's a different time, especially now, because everybody and their mother wants to be a voice actor. So everybody has their demos. Everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's having their social media and doing this shit, taking classes, all this different stuff. It's not like the guy that did SpongeBob, the guy that voiced SpongeBob. He doesn't have a demo reel. He's never had that. He got pulled on. He knew somebody and he stuck with it. And then he gets auditions for different shit. They don't expect him to have a demo reel. He's been fucking SpongeBob and all this other shit for all this other time. There's a lot of professional voice actors that don't even have demos because it was a different time. Sometimes they didn't need it. Now it's a completely different thing. There's so much competition that you got to have these things. If you don't have this thing, then you're like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? You got to have this stuff. And not only do you have to have it, you got to be able to show that it's not just really good editing, that you can act. And if you can't act, you're screwed. So you got to become an actor. You're not just a voice actor in there doing impressions, doing whatever else, because that shit doesn't mean anything. I can't tell you how many messages I get from people that are like, oh, I can do this, this, and this. And I'm not trying to shit on these people. I just tell them, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think the best thing for you to do is get with an acting coach, do some improv classes, do some stuff like that, because you have to be able to take direction, take direction from somebody and make somebody's character come to life. And it's, unless you can do that impression to a T, where you are doubling and you sound just like them. Somebody closes their eyes and they can't differentiate between, your impression of Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Reynolds. There's no point in doing it. If you want to do it for fun, it's great. But if you can't do it to the T, because there's plenty of jobs for people to do those things, but if you can't do it like that, if you can't do it perfect, you got to move on. You got to do something else. So I try to focus on other things. Some people are great. Like I mentioned Joe Gaudette very early on in our first episode. The guy is like a fucking crazy impressionist. He sounds just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He sounds just like Ryan Reynolds. And he's doubled for those people. And that's great. I can't do that. You know what I mean? And not everybody can. So I got to work with the strengths that I have and try to get my foot in the door somewhere and just, figure it out as it goes on. But I got to have these things done first, having these demos, having a studio where I can then, move around, take, live direction, because I'm doing it in here and it's not suitable. I can't do it up here. It's too small. It gets too hot. That's why I'm trying to lay this base and have all this stuff ready to go while I'm still working with my acting coach and doing everything that I have to do.
People care about you, right? People care about you, right?
People care about me. Yeah, I know that.
I care about you.
I know, Robbie.
So share the fucking load, bro. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to come on the show, whatever. I'm asking you to share the load. I get if you're busy, but at the same time, I care about you. If you need to talk, what you need to do with this type of stuff, you need to express it. I smell the stink when you came in on the episode. We might start off with jokes for the first 20 minutes, but the stink is there. I can sense it.
Stink is there all the time, man.
That's what I'm saying, is that there's always this type of thing. We never really get to get serious about some stuff, but we all got shit, man. I'm more than happy to listen to you talk about the shit, dude. I want to hear it because it's good to get the load off. You can't just accept a lot of people's things. You got to talk about this type of stuff. And sadly, we're in a fucking world right now where it's very hard to be able to create your own shit, because there's a lot of people doing the same exact shit and also doing a lot of moves that you feel like might make you look like you're not doing a lot of moves, even though you're trying your best. And that's what's fucked up. It's very, very difficult. But you have to be able to express how you're feeling, get a little pissed off sometimes, get a little sad. It's good to have that stuff out there so you don't feel like you're holding the weight of the world on your fucking shoulders, man. I have no fucking clue. I'm in the same boat as you. I have no fucking clue what I want to do. You know what you want to do. You're 10 steps ahead of me. I have no fucking clue. I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like I'm doing okay, but I have those thoughts every day when I wake up. What am I fucking doing with my life? I'm not establishing a career. I'm seeing my ex get married. My ex have a kid. My other ex have a kid. My other ex get married. All my exes are getting married. All my exes live in Texas. Fuck it. All my exes are getting pregnant. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I start looking like, when is life going to hit me? I'm not trying to be 30 something years old and living in the same exact rut that I'm stuck in. It's hard to find that path, but to give you the advice my dad gave me. My dad didn't find radio until he was in his 30s. You can't force a lot of this shit to happen. You can build the best in the path that you want to go to, but it's randomly going to hit you one time, man. I'm not here giving advice in here. I'm just asking for a little bit of, give me some of that rope that you're holding on to. I want to be able to hold this with you, because it's a factor of, man, I support you. You got plenty of people that will support you. Send me your demo tape, send me any of your resume, any of that shit. I'll start emailing everybody. I don't give a fuck. I'll email anybody. I don't care. I'm not, I know I know you'll do it too, But at the same time, it doesn't help if another person is also reaching out to you. It's why people hire managers and shit. I could probably be doing 1,000 times better and have an easier workload if I had a manager getting me guests or getting me a bunch of stuff like that. But it's very, very hard to rely on people that aren't say what they do type people. And I'm going to say what I do. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. So I would be more than happy to help you out with it. It just makes it makes it easier, man. This world works together whether you want it to or not. And the way that it is, you got to kind of play with it. You got to understand that this ebbs and flows, this society that's kind of a little bit fucked right now, because I don't feel like a lot of people don't know where the fuck they're going. Especially gets even worse when it comes to the idea of social media than it comes to a pandemic. It's fucking nuts, man. And it gets this pressure. And this is what I want to talk about. And this is what I was hinting at earlier. The depression rate in people of not being able to achieve what they're going to achieve because they see a bunch of people on social media succeeding when that's not the true visual of what's going on.
Exactly.
And that's an issue with the world right now. You shouldn't have suicide therapists or suicide hotlines. Why is that a thing? It's good to fix or help the problem, but what's increasing it to the point where you have to keep figuring out more mental health jobs and creating more mental health jobs because the number is not stopping. You're slowing the progress, sure, but it's still fucking happening. And there's core issues that you need to fix. It's fucking difficult. And it's where I get, like I said, I get upset because people like you that I might not have even met, they're people I could care about. And you never get to know when a dude just jumps off a fucking ledge. You know, it's fucking,
man.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah. No, but it's one of those things. It's just, it depends on the person. Some people are just more willing to open up. I know you're hearing shit from people all the time, so I try not to talk about it because I know that that's all you hear. So a lot of people just will vent, whatever, and you don't really get to share. And I feel like I don't want to dump it on you. So I talk to other people. I talk to my girlfriend. I talk to my mom.
Here's my open invitation. I'm opening it up to you 100%. You know, if I talk to you on a daily basis like I do, maybe I text you in the morning. You don't text me until I'm fucking sleeping and wake me up. And I'm like, this son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
But I'm working. I'm sorry.
It's an open invitation because you're under my wing. Just like how you were talking about with your girlfriend, for instance. I might not be able to get laid by you. Sure. That's a fucking downside. But at the same time, it's a factor of caring. And I think the world needs a little bit more of that. You know what I mean? It gets, and this is why I like having this aired out thing. We never really get to a serious episode because now it opens up the door to be able to actually release. You know, we just released the tension. Now we can release in another way when it comes to fucking joking, talking, because it's a thing. A lot of people, it's very hard to come to the table clean because you have so much in your head where it's like, I don't know if I feel like doing this. And this is when you have plans that you solidify. You say, I'm going to be here at this. I'm going to do it here at this. Then you end up last minute bailing because the factor of you just don't feel like you can handle it. Because as soon as you walk in that door, as soon as you sit down on that couch and that fucking wave hits you of how tired you really are to where you didn't even know you were this tired. Why do I want to go out, man? Hey, man, let's do it another night. And then you send a message. It's because you're going through some shit and you got to cope with it. There's these cracks that we get on a daily basis into our egos, into our psyche. And it's hard to fucking tell if it's there. And so you finally you end up sleeping for 14 hours. I didn't know I was that tired. No shit. Because you haven't taken a second. Your body's trying to tell you something. You know, if you need to jack off 4 times, jack off 4 times. Fucking fixes a lot of shit. You're not going to give a fuck about the social economic system after you jack off 4 times. I can tell you that for damn sure. That shit, you're like, let it collapse. You know, it's like,
oh man,
I would love to be a stockbroker.
Stockbroker, dude. I mean, my girlfriend's uncle was a stockbroker. He left, and now he just day trades on his own time. He took whatever knowledge he had there, and now he just day trades. Okay, that's how he makes his living.
That's good. I thought you meant when you said he left, I was like, did he to the great?
No.
A lot of people in Wall Street jumped off the fucking roofs.
Oh yeah.
You ever see Jupiter Legacy? It's on Netflix.
No.
Bro, fucking, it's like a D show, like director wise, but it's got some like A-list actors, like that guy from Terminator that was the main military guy.
Oh, for Terminator, which one?
I said Terminator. I meant Transformers.
Oh, okay. The main military guy.
He was the one that had to keep saving Shia LaBeouf. He worked for the military. He was the main guy in charge of Tyrese Gibson's character.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about. I have to pull him up. I don't know his name.
You like that? Do you do
What,
sound
what was
effects too? You didn't hear
it?
it?
I just. What was it?
The term is not getting picked up. Wow, I got a $400 microphone and it doesn't pick up my damn Terminator noise. That's a fucking return if I've ever heard one.
No. It's also. Yeah, remember I have these crappy headphones, so it probably doesn't come out too well. That was pretty good. That came
My
out good.
Jetta.
You
Homer Simpson with the chainsaw. I got a chainsaw.
Oh, and then they look through the hole. He's like, ooh, ooh. Oh my god! I used to watch that movie all the time.
I watched it when I was a kid. I considered it a good movie, but everyone else was like, it was shit. I was like, I don't know about that.
It's The Simpsons. Who gives a shit? I love that movie. I thought it was fucking hysterical. I love that stuff.
Green Day
It's just...
playing their last little anthem.
Dome deep, oh. Well, that's stupid shit. Oh man. And then they're all trying to break it. I just loved all the different stuff. And then what the hell was the little kid's name? He blows the bubbles.
Ralph.
And Ralph. He goes, blowback. And he gets right in his
I'm in danger. I'm in
Yeah.
danger.
I'm in danger.
Ralph was the best
Oh,
character. He's related to Chief Wiggum. That's his dad.
Yeah, that's his son.
Because
Yeah.
if you play Simpsons Road Rampage,
Hit and run.
when you pick up Ralph as the Officer Wiggums, he goes, "Hey son, what are you doing today?" And then his "Take me home. A leprechaun told me to burn things," and he's just like, "Okay."
Yeah, it told me to burn things. That's exactly what it says. Oh man, I used to play that on the original Xbox. I wonder if I still have it downstairs.
They're supposed to be remastering it to bring it back to Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's awesome.
I wish people
Definitely
would give
get
me
that.
like a natural disaster type job where I could I could probably read the news better than a lot of people that read the news.
You want to do that crazy thing like you were saying? There's a tornado. You want to go cold Chris Foley on them?
Yeah, but I want to do it with sharks.
Matt Foley. Oh, you want to do it with sharks?
Goddamn great white off the coast of Southern Africa. Oh, it's
There's about 30. There's a shit ton over there. I am not going in those waters. That's fucking insane.
Sharks aren't bad. I've met a couple of sharks before. They're pretty cool guys.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm still not jumping in an ocean with 30 of them in there. I'm not doing that. I'm good. I'll pass.
Have you been practicing any like other voices besides like Wolverine and all that? Because we know you mastered
the Wolverine is just for the page at this point. It's not like I'm practicing anything. I'm just auditioning for a bunch of shit.
Like what?
So it's all random stuff. So it's like different characters that require certain things. Like most of the time, like one of the things I just auditioned for, it was like for this it doesn't matter. It was like this one video game, whatever. It's supposed to be like on an app. Like you can, it's like what the hell they call it? A game you get on your cell phone, whatever.
Are you doing the
punches? And no. It was for like it was like an audio visual game, but you like very minimal fighting and stuff like that. I don't know. There's not much to it. It looks pretty cool. But I figured I auditioned for it. Something that will pay me. And they asked for stuff like they show you an image of the character and it was like this blonde guy in a knight's armor and all this different stuff. So I'm thinking like, all right, it's gonna be like some British accents or whatever. Maybe not even like British. It's gonna be like mid-Atlantic is what they call it. So it's not really British, but not really American. It's kind of like Mark Hamill's Joker, where he's not really British, but he's kind of a little bit British in like his accent. Kind of what it is. Yeah. So like in a lot of these RPGs and like Skyrim and all this different stuff, they kind of sound like a mix of whatever. They could be, from wherever, because it's supposed to be a different. Yeah, exactly. They could be from a different, time that doesn't really exist or a place that doesn't really exist. So it doesn't have to be, geographically or regionally accurate. So I thought that's what it's going to be. And then I look on there for the specs for the character and it just says standard American preferred. I was like, okay. I'm like, this makes it a little bit easier.
You're not standard.
Well, I'm not standard American,
baby.
Whoa, look, I see what you did.
Aye, baby.
Oh, so yeah, so I had to do something like that. They had some short lines. It was actually only 2 lines. And I did that for one character. A lot of stuff I'm auditioning for is just for like indie video games,
Are you
visual
submitting
novels,
your
smaller stuff.
podcast episodes over there to them?
Submitting my podcast
All your
episode.
episodes on my show.
No, because they ask for auditions, Robbie.
Yeah, you do voices on my show sometimes. Most of the time, I make you do
But
something.
it's an audition for specifically for the character.
You telling me the priest that's consoling the young boy at the altar? That's amazing.
I'm sure they would love to hear it, but no, they ask for that, and that's what I give them.
Your improv is fascinating. I like it.
Yeah, dude, I love doing improv. I tell people that all the time. If you never had any acting experience, whose line is it anyway? Oh my god, that show is great. Especially when you have some sort of direction or something that's already written out and planned.
The reindeer in Spain was hit mainly by the plane.
Like I know why people do like I mean some people do it just for like the really like the ins and outs of like the actual technical shit for the game, but like people that do like D&D, like there's voice actors that do D&D. It's called Critical Role. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So yeah. Matthew Mercer, he's one of the biggest voice actors out there, and he does a thing with a bunch of other voice actors on there, and they get into character and they do all this different stuff, and it's awesome because like they're all voice actors, so it sounds great.
My buddy runs the All D20 page where they have like 400,000 followers or something like that. I'm like, y'all fucking nerds.
Yeah, dude, I was never into it.
Just put D&D in your fucking profile name. You get like 80,000 followers.
Yeah. Never into it growing up, but my cousin and his buddy were doing it, and they needed a person, and they asked me to come along or whatever. So I hopped in, and I did it for a little bit, and I thought it was great until like everyone else kind of comes in, and there's just certain people in there that like are really into like the technical stuff. Like, oh, I need my character to level up and get like the certain stuff. I was just like happy to play the character and do the dialogue. Like I thought that was the main point of it. You know what I mean? And everyone's like, no, I need to have this certain fighting level and all this other shit. I was like, all right. I'm not taking it that serious. I was supposed to be like a goblin. That's what my character was. He was this tiny little goblin.
Give me a goblin voice.
Well, the character's name was Rengar Strongbound. And he would just he was a feisty little fella. He'd come in there and he didn't care how tall you were. He would always chop you right down to size with his scimitars. That was the character.
Crocodile Dundee?
Crocodile Dundee in there, yeah. That's the first thing that came to mind.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oh, that's not a knife. That's a knife.
That's a knife.
No, that's a knife.
Now that's a level 23 pickaxe.
So yeah, dude. I love doing all that kind of stuff. I think it's fun. D&D to me kind of seems like more of like it's improv, but you're only one character the entire time. So there's things that happen on the fly that you're gonna have to just roll with it, but you're always this character.
I get what you did there. Roll with it, D&D.
Oh, yeah. But no, it's definitely a cool thing. I've done it a couple times.
I know about six-sided die, but my two sides are hurting. Ha ha.
Crappy dad jokes. I'm really good at this. I'll be at the restaurant like, hey, let me get a glass of cold malt liquor. And they're like, what? I'm like, RC cola. They're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, okay.
Get the fuck out of here, sir.
Sorry. What's your phone answering voice?
My phone answering voice?
Yeah, like I answer the phone, and when I answer the phone, I go up an octave, so it sounds more calming. If you come at people with calm energies, they're less likely to punch you in the face when you tell them their mother just died.
So this is how I answer. What? No, I don't answer like that.
Jesus.
No, it's no.
My grandpa answers it like that. Hello. Hey, Grandpa.
Hello.
It's Robbie.
What do you want?
I'm like, I don't know. I just called to say I love you. Happy birthday.
Another year older, another year closer to death.
Hangs up the phone. I'm like, damn. Grandpa doesn't play no fucking
games. My grandmother was kind of like that since we were young. I would, bye, Grandma. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, God willing. Every time, God willing. Every time. God
peaceful
willing.
Aggression.
Yeah, every time. God willing.
My grandpa's like, why don't you write a goddamn letter like a man? I'm like, yeah, you're more than likely to check the fucking mailbox in your phone for a fucking text message. My grandpa figured out how to text. My one grandpa, I have like 4 of them. My one grandpa figured out how to text. Bro. Oh, it's so weird. I'm like, you know how to text out? Yeah, I figured it out like last year. I was like, damn, we barely talk, do we? Yeah, happy birthday. Okay.
Yeah, happy birthday. And if I
That's-
don't see it, Merry Christmas. No, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year.
It's weird
Oh
because
my
the
God.
person I probably relate close to and like my grandparents doesn't talk a whole lot. But like, if when he does talk, he's like me. He's just all over the place. Learn how to control it. I'm like, what? He's tough too. He cracks those crab shells. Like when he eats crabs, cracks them in between his two fingers. Or people have to use the knuckle cracker thing. He's just like,
Yeah. Shit. How old
name's
is your grandfather?
Rocky.
Rocky. Oh shit.
Rocky Robertson.
How old Rocky Roberts? How old is he?
66, 67.
Oh, okay. He's still young. He's still young.
He used to
My
bounce in Baltimore at clubs and stuff.
no shit. I was gonna say, you tell me that he's cracking the crab like that. He definitely
His hand's like the size of my head.
oh my God, I'm sure. I'm
Big guy.
sure. What is he like? How tall is he? Was he like
6'5".
6'3"? 6'5"? Holy shit.
Everybody on
That's a
my
big
dad's
dude.
side's like 6'4", 6'5".
Holy Christ.
I didn't get the height,
Big.
but I got the feet.
I got the feet.
Yeah, if you see my feet, people like when I used to do jet skis used to say, you got flippers, man. I'm like, yeah,
What size shoe were you?
12 and a half, I think 13.
All
depending on
right,
the
that's not
shoe size.
that's all 13. Okay.
When you're
That's not that crazy.
5'7" or 5'8", that's fucking
Yeah,
big
it's
foot.
yeah, it's big.
It's not
big.
proportionate to my body.
Definitely not.
Like my
Definitely
wingspan
not.
is 6'4", arm tip or fingertip to fingertip, 6'4". I'm only 5'8", so like my arms hang lower than my knees when I stand up.
Dude, stand up. I got to see that because I've seen you in pictures, but it's like I can't tell from here, but
yeah, my knees are like right here, and then my hands go down. This is bad for the
That's
audio
crazy.
listeners. I hope everyone just saw
Dude,
a great shot of my crotch.
if they saw the shirt, that's what you're trying to do. You're advertising.
All right, that's right. Thank you.
Dude, that's crazy. That's a crazy fucking wingspan.
Yeah, from
Yes.
wingspan to wingspan.
That's nuts. Yeah, mine is a little bit longer than my height, but it's not like that. That's fucking nuts.
Hold me, Jack.
Oh, I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
Shut up, bitch.
You left me off the fucking door, Rose.
What about a real scenario when they found King Kong? It's me and you on the island, and we found King Kong. Play the role.
We found King Kong.
Holy shit, Mark. I think that's a bloody ape.
Robbie, I think it's best if we leave. I don't want to be here with that fucking thing.
Look at its shit. It's the size. Look at its shite. It's the size of a mountain.
You see that? Me and you could both fit in there. Let's go back on the boat and go home.
You ever heard Craig Ferguson?
Yeah.
He was he had him on his podcast YMH, and there was a dude swimming in shit. They just show you these insane clips. You're lucky my show isn't that, where I show you insane fucking horrible clips that'll make you puke.
No, you just send it to me on DMs.
I do it in a nice private way where you can choose to open it. But the dude's like swimming in a sewer system. He's like got those caps on when you swim, but he's swimming in shit. He's just covered in shit. And Craig's like, oh, he's swimming in shit. He's not even in the Shawshank Redemption. I was like,
oh my God.
Did you see the Friends reunion?
No, I didn't. I know a lot of people were fucking complaining. Did you hear about that?
What the fuck are they? Why are they everyone complains. What are you talking about?
I don't know what they were upset about. I didn't look into it, but I saw like an article, people like upset about it. I'm like, what the? I don't even bother like looking at it, but I'm like, why are people complaining?
Their childhood was maybe damaged. The fact that these people look way older than they were when they started their show.
Did they bring it back too late or something? Like, who gives a shit? Like, come on.
Maybe David Schwimmer's the problem.
Maybe.
It's like, why does my GI look like Jerry Seinfeld, the one man I can't stand? I don't know. But he does. I don't know why I look like Tom Holland.
Dude, I love it. The bargain brand Tom Holland, the Target Tom Holland. Dude, I fucking love. I love those.
His episodes,
hysterical.
His episodes right before the 800. It's him and his buddy were 798 and 799.
Dude, you have to put that in your bio. Like the off-brand Tom Holland.
Makes me feel like I'm in the $5 movie bin. I feel like I'm better than that.
No, but you know
I'm
what
at least
I mean.
$10.
$10. No, dude, that's fucking funny though. That's fucking funny.
You ready for a fun
Huh.
fact? It's Mark's fun facts.
Oh no.
Did you know cowboys, the boots that they wear? Did you know that they're designed like that to slip off and slip on pretty easy? Because if a horse decided to go like crazy and start running, you wouldn't be dragged to death by a horse. It's so you can slip out of those stirrups.
That makes sense.
Isn't that
I feel like
crazy?
I've heard that somewhere.
Did you know that there's one guy his name is now attached to drunk driving with a horse? I didn't even know that was illegal. Is that why would that be considered illegal? Drunk driving with a horse, but you can get fined for that, even though your horse has a mind of its own. But I guess maybe because if you're drunk, the horse is the only animal that won't ride properly if you're not thinking clearly.
Well, I'm wondering what the crime you would get. Is it drunk driving or is it like
Drunk driving with a
animal
horse.
abuse?
It's its
You know what
own
I'm saying? But
crime.
would you
That's its
would you get
legit-
animal?
That's the legit name of the crime is drunk driving with a horse. You get drunk driving when you're on a bicycle.
Well, I know that, but it's like it's not. I'm saying because it's a living animal on there. Do you get animal abuse on top of it?
Seems like a hat on a hat.
Either way, it's still a charge.
Do you think they treat horses as equal as if you hit your dog?
I would hope so.
But the horse could kill you.
So could your dog.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can take down a fucking Chihuahua or a small lab.
That's just one. That's them. But I guarantee you're dead. Those things will eat you.
Yeah, cats don't wait that long. They just fucking go right in. Dogs will wait a couple of days.
Yeah, they feel bad.
Yeah, that's
Dude, I got a pit bull mix. If he wanted to hurt me, he
Rex.
fucking could. Yeah, he's so sweet. Were you saying Rex?
Rex is his name.
No.
No, it starts with an R, doesn't it?
Nope.
Didn't you have a dog named Rex?
Nope.
You told me a dog named Rex.
I did not tell you that.
Let me guess it. I'm gonna remember it.
Okay. I guarantee you're not gonna get it.
I'm not gonna say Trevor. I don't know why my brain goes Trevor. You told me before. I'm not forgetting this. We can circle back to this. I'll remember it. I promise you.
All right. I don't think you will, but all right.
Can you give me the voice of a rabbi?
The voice of a rabbi. Okay. Where are you? Are you coming to the church? You're getting circumcised. Okay.
No, we can't talk about that. It's gonna get this video flagged from YouTube.
I think the shit we said already probably is gonna get us flagged.
We
Wait,
talked
did
about
our thing get
depression.
flagged?
That's why I brought it
Okay.
out. So it cancels it out.
Okay. Quick before I continue? Did your video get flagged from when we did the coke thing or the crack thing?
No, I don't think so. Unless they took it down without me knowing.
I was totally thinking that was gonna happen.
I don't get
We
taken
talked about
down. This kid's trying to talk to people all around the world. I respect his hustle.
I respect this hustle. He's
I
talking
have
about crack with
Josh
kids. All
Rogan
right.
follow me on Twitter.
That's cool. That's cool.
He was on a Joe Rogan podcast.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not getting circumcised anymore. All right. Hello there, Robbie. Are you coming into temple today? This is not a laughing matter. I
Temple
want you to give
University?
me a straight answer. No.
Oh.
Temple with your family, your mother, your father comes in. I see them all the time. Always wondering, where's little Robbie? I never see him anymore. Where is he?
Well,
What's
because
going
last
on?
time you
What's
baptized me,
trouble?
you held me underwater too damn long.
Listen,
What's
I
your
do
excuse,
things
you son of a
my
bitch?
way. I do things my way. Everybody gets under the water the same amount of time.
30
As
seconds
you
I
and
was
everyone-
under there.
I got to make sure.
Make sure what? The demons have left my body? I almost drowned.
Then you know what happens? You're reborn. You almost die. You feel like that next breath that you took is like a whole new thing. You look at the world differently. You almost died. Everything is more beautiful. That 1 second. I gave that to you, Robbie.
I had PTSD from my water birth, and that just brought it back.
Those things happen.
Is that just that?
So are you coming to temple or no? Because we're standing outside and I'm wondering, are you going to enter the holy place? Are you going to come inside or no?
I have one question for you.
Sure.
Are you serving saltines at this thing at any time? Because last time you did an 8-hour sermon and I didn't get a fucking scrap of food. I had a leftover Cheez-It stuck in my pocket.
There's no sermons. I
And I
just want
haven't
you to
eaten
come in.
Cheez-It in 5 years.
There's no sermons. There's no food. I want you to come in and share with me what's been troubling you, because I haven't seen you in years.
I see you fucking
years.
eating Gushers. I want you to share some of that with me.
That's for me only. These are holy gushes. They're not for the normal people. Okay, rabbis only. I gotta put it on the bag. Rabbis only. Robbie, please share with me what's been troubling you, Robbie. I haven't seen you in so long. Why don't you talk to me anymore, Robbie? Why don't you talk to me, Robbie? Come inside.
I saw you at Whole Foods and you were eating avocado on a Tuesday.
That's what I do, Robbie.
Why was
it lets me de-stress.
cannibalism bad? You can't eat meat on a Thursday, but cannibalism is okay because they don't say you can't be a cannibal in the Bible. I don't get that.
What the fuck are we talking about?
In the Bible, you could not eat, in the original context, you could not eat meat on a Thursday.
I thought it was a Friday.
Okay. Thursday.
I thought it was. I don't know.
Maybe it's meat on Friday. I don't know. But you can't eat.
Because I know that during Lent, you don't eat on Fridays.
Okay, so then why the hell is cannibalism not in the Bible? They don't even talk about that. So it's okay to eat people, but you can't eat meat on a fucking Friday? Does that make any sense to you?
Just because it's not there doesn't mean that it's okay.
How do you
I'm
know
just
that?
assuming. I don't.
So the all mystical being in the sky that knows fucking everything didn't even think to add in the clause about not eating people. In John 3:8,000, I don't give a fuck what number it is. That just seems like I have to question it a little bit. You're supposed to give me answers.
I'm
Are
giving
these
you
curls hanging from the side of your head even real?
I didn't realize we're still in the scenario, because you shouldn't talk about cannibalism. I was like, we're not in the scene anymore, are we?
That's how you know great acting, when you're able to take them out and then pull them right back in, just like
you
a
pull me right back in.
Witness.
Robbie, I don't know much about cannibalism. I don't. But all I know is if you don't come inside, I'm gonna cut off your ear and I'm gonna eat it. Come inside and share.
Mike Tyson.
I'm gonna Mike Tyson you so hard. You're gonna be yelling out, "Oh my God, I'm Evander Holyfield," after I'm done with you. Come inside, please come and share with me what's been bothering you. I haven't seen you in such a long time, Robbie. I know you see me at Whole Foods. It's very disturbing that you follow me around. But Robbie, just don't follow me. Don't follow me anymore. Just approach me. Tell me what's bothering you.
We could create a really good show with that scene right there where you're in Whole Foods dressed up as a rabbi and I'm just staring at you with binoculars, but I'm right beside you. So it's like I don't even need the binoculars, but you could just I see you standing there. I see you standing there.
Robbie, in all fairness, do you really need those binoculars? Can you just do you think, is your eyesight that bad? I'm fucking 5 feet away from you. Excuse my language. Excuse me. But I'm 5 feet away from you, Robbie. That can't be good for your eyes to see that close. Are you trying to look at my curls, the inside? I know I'm getting grays in there. I know. But you don't need to be this close to me, Robbie. Either come up and speak to me like a normal human being, like a good proper Jew, or you call me on the cell phone. Don't look at me with binoculars when you're so close by. It's very uncomfortable. I'm trying to enjoy my avocado. I don't understand.
You know, it's that negativity the cop told me on the street a little while ago when he was selling crack to a small 12-year-old, that when I was staring at the sun with my binoculars, he told me not to do that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to live how I want to live, how I want to burn my corneas out of my head. I would like to do it in peace while I listen to my Vanilla Ice mixtape. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? If I listen to Ice Ice Baby while I fry my fucking eyes out of my head, is that okay? It is America. And the Queen's America. I would like to burn my eyes out of my head while I listen to Rob Van Winkle sing me the sweet tones of how he wants to stop, collaborate, and listen. He's back with a brand new invention.
I'm going to have to speak to your mother. This is going too far.
At this
scenario,
point.
I haven't seen you. You got so descriptive, and I don't seem to understand why. You haven't come in so long. You're lost, Robbie. You're lost. You're talking about listening to the music. You're burning your eyes out. Robbie.
Is Rob Van Winkle the devil's music?
He's a white guy trying to be black. No, I'm kidding.
Technically,
no,
he is. It's like Snow.
Snow
with Informer. I like you boom boom down.
What?
It's a really good song called I Like Boom. It's called Informer by Snow. And it's like he
Okay.
looks exactly like Rob Van Winkle, but he came out around the same time Rob Van Winkle did. And sadly, Rob Van Winkle became popular as Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. And his song flew under the radar. But it's like I Like You Boom Boom Down. It's pretty good. It's a good song. You probably heard it before on How I Met Your Mother if you watched that show.
Not really. I've watched episodes here and there.
Well, Mark, how will you know? How will you know how they met your mother if you don't watch the show? That's the point of the show.
How many seasons is it before they figure out how he actually met his mother?
It's like 12.
It's at the end.
And
12.
Bob Saget's the voiceover.
Bob Saget's the voiceover?
Yeah, he's the dad. Hey, kids, let me tell you how I met your mother.
I didn't know that. Oh my god. But seriously, Robbie, don't go off track.
Your dog's name is fucking Rex. I've been thinking about this for the past whole entire time we've been talking.
My dog's name is not Rex.
Does
I've
it
never
start
actually
with an
told you
R?
my
Give me the letter it starts
No.
with.
a C.
There's
You're not gonna get it, dude.
Who was the Rex? Why did Rex come into my head?
I'm telling you, that must be somebody else's dog, and you must be mistaking me with somebody else.
Charlie?
I've never even had a dog named Rex. No. Chocolate? You said chocolate? No.
I said Charlie.
Oh, Charlie? No. You're not gonna get it, man.
What's the second letter?
Dude, if I give you the second letter, then you already know. Then the third letter is it's done. Then the name is done. It's a 3-letter name. Well, it's a shortened. That's the shortened part of the name.
It's a 3-letter
I don't call him
name?
by his full name is longer, but it's just easier to say just a 3-letter name. It's a name that can be shortened to a 3-letter name. That helps a little. It
Oh,
starts with
I
a C.
fucking know what it is now. Damn it.
What
Can't
is
believe
it?
I didn't get it.
Come on.
Cam.
There you go. Fuck, you got it.
As soon as
Yeah,
you
he was Cameron in the shelter, and I didn't change it because they were calling him that for so long
Yeah,
already
I remember.
that I kept it the same.
Just upset I didn't remember it.
Dude, it's fine. I'm not taking tabs like you do on me, Robbie. I don't do that. I don't do none of the guilt. No guilt.
Yeah, but I mean, 800 episodes, I like to pride myself in the fact that I remember people's fucking small shit they tell me.
All right.
I'm a fan.
There's a lot of you hear a lot of shit from other
I'm gonna
people.
have to give
all
up
the
on
time.
the podcast.
Oh, come on. Come on.
It's aging me. I have gray beard hair.
No, you don't.
I do. Seriously, the sides.
Dude,
the sides are really gray. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my doctor said it's stress. And the tips of my hair, this isn't like the light. This is like a lot of this is come gray. I think it looks.
You're younger than I am.
Yeah, I know.
Shit, Robbie. Maybe let's holy shit.
Yeah, it's upsetting, but whatever.
No, whatever. Fuck, man.
I don't know what to say. I don't know if it's stress or just genetics. Nobody in my family had gray hair until they're in their 60s. So I'm the only one that's having it right now. So I'm like going through a panic attack of like, does it make me look older? Someone told me at the gym, they were like, is this a thing? Because I didn't have a mask on anymore because we don't have to do it down here. It's just open. So they had the beard thing. That sounds so weird saying that you don't have to wear a mask anymore. We're like, where do you live? Australia? No, I live in fucking America. But
I live in America. I live in America.
Can
No,
you
dude,
do a German selling me a schnitzel?
Oh, this is Germans. I can't do a good German accent.
Grandpapa
Yeah,
from Beer Fest.
yeah, I know. I can't do a fucking German. I
Grandpapa.
can try a German.
How about a
selling you
crusty old
schnitzel.
man selling me
No,
something at a yard sale?
I'll do the German. I'll do the German. Do you want me? No, I can't say that. Nope.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Nope. I was gonna. No. Can't do what I was gonna say. Forget it. I'll tell you after. Let's get that. I got it.
My name is Dr. Evil.
Right.
Right. I'm from Belgium. That's in Bruges, where Daddy's from. I try and practice the voices and stuff, but I'm a lot more into the sound effects. Like I can do a pretty good Scooby Doo,
Yeah, I've heard your Scooby Doo before.
and then I can do a pretty good Yeah, I like my Christopher Walken though. Have you heard him introduce the Foo Fighters?
No.
He's like, is the emphasis on the Foo or the Fighters? And he's like, it's on the Fighters. And they go, okay. And Christopher Walken goes, now introducing the Foo Fighters. And he just goes like that. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Get Christopher Walken in an animated show. I watched Mike Tyson's. I have to watch it with subtitles though, because sometimes you confuse some of the words he said. Did he say popsicle? Oh, he said president. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, dude, every time I think of somebody doing a Mike Tyson impression, I think of Steve Carell in The Office when he was playing Michael Scott and he kept calling. Do you ever watch the show or no? You never watched The Office?
I watched it, but I don't remember it.
There's a scene where he keeps prank calling Ryan, and he's like, he calls everybody doing different voices, and he's like, "This is Michael Jackson." He's doing all this different stuff, and they're horrible impressions.
Hello.
He's like, he's like, it's Mike Tyson, and he's just like, it's just like such a fucking. Oh my god, that fucking show. Oh my god. All right, let me be German and sell you a schnitzel. Oh, hello, the Kinder. Would you like to have a schnitzel?
What's a schnitzel?
I can show you. Let me take off my pants.
You can't.
I'm getting
Oh, you
out.
sick son of a bitch! This is a children's show, Mark. This is
No,
a
this
children's
is not
show.
a children's show.
This is a show for all ages. You just got to sign the disclaimer.
Oh boy.
You are now entering a Zoom recording. Please leave your
Would you-
name, number, and I'll get back to you as soon as you can. I got a call from a number, and they're like, "Hi, do you own a vehicle?" I'm like, "No, I don't own a vehicle, so I wouldn't need to buy your insurance." That's terrific news. Let me sell you my insurance. I'm like, what the fuck just happened to me? I just got thrown through a fucking loop. Let me tell you, Bobby. Let me tell you, Jim. Let me tell you, I'm gonna change your name to Jim because Jim sounds a lot better for an Italian fellow to be able to speak. No, don't you fuck me, Jim. Don't you fuck me, Jim. It's like Sopranos. If you take out all the cursing, the show's like 5 seconds long. That was the very first thing. Sopranos was the show that broke the barrier of doing killings on TV. Because they had an episode where they killed somebody. And after that, people started including that into movies. It's like, who's going to push that boundary and where does that boundary get drawn? Because sometimes you push it and it's not done properly and then the show is canceled, or you push it in just the right way that people accept it. Like when they took the baseball bat in Walking Dead and popped fucking Glenn in the head and his eye popped out of his head, like popped right out of his brain. I'm like, God damn. Holy shit. Like that was a
Yeah, there's no
fucking,
holding back in that show.
that made my butthole pucker. I was like, whoo, his eyes popped.
Oh my god, it's gone. Oh man.
Think,
No,
Mark.
dude, that
Think.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you when people fucking send me those memes now. Holy shit, all the time. Think, Mark, think, and I'm like, stop. I gotta watch the show though. I gotta watch the show. Have you watched it or no?
I
Or you've
have
only
seen
the memes.
most of it on YouTube.
Most of it on YouTube.
Just
Okay.
the clips of all the fight scenes over and over again.
Okay.
That's a show that breaks a boundary. If you talk about crushing somebody's head where their eye pops out of their head.
Yeah. I think they're especially now with The Boys or whatever, with like the superheroes that don't give a shit, that just do whatever. Like with Anthony Starr, you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
It's called The Boys. The guy's like looks like Superman, but he's a huge asshole. He doesn't even care.
Hey, homie, let me talk to you for a minute. I see you missing a couple of tooths, sir. I'm trying to understand what you mean by what the whole player in the game. What is the hustle? What is the grind?
There's a really good, his name is Robert Kennedy. And this is when I sent you a message about Titty Sprinkles. Remember Titty Sprinkles?
Titty Sprinkles? What did you
He
send me
does
a
a
message about
voice
teeth?
as Morgan Freeman, and he says the word Titty Sprinkles as Morgan Freeman, and it sounds so fucking good. So he goes, ever since I was a little boy, people have enjoyed the sound of my voice. Titty Sprinkles.
Is that the same guy? It's a YouTube video, right?
No, there's a he was on the, I'll send you the podcast episode with Ryan Sickler on the Honeydew. His name's Robert Kennedy, I think his name is. Maybe his last name. I might get it wrong. But he does a really good like voice acting. I got my tooth. He like does the perfect whistle when he does it, that sounds like he has no front teeth, where it's like we all know that fucking guy, where it's like,
Yeah.
or one tooth is missing or no, he's got one tooth at the bottom and one tooth at the top, and the rest of his teeth are gone. It's like, why do those two teeth clinging on for dear life? But he does the voice so fucking well. He goes, let me tell you some of my insurance. You're like, what? What did you say to me?
My insurance.
My
Oh
insurance.
my god.
Can you do
No, you
do a
Any what?
person with a lisp? We haven't
lisp?
made fun of any people with lisps in a long time.
Okay, do you want me to do something with this?
We're not making fun of them. We're respecting them. What about South Park? Makes fun of so many people. Why do they get away with it, and then I can't?
They don't. You know how many lawsuits they get every day?
Ah, boo, fucking who? They're still
You
creating
didn't know
shit,
that?
right? They're still creating shit.
They still are. They just
It's
have
not
good
like
lawyers. You know they get...
Chris D'Elia in that new movie on Netflix. They completely CGI'd him out.
I know.
That was a good movie too. Zombies at a casino. That's a great fucking scenario.
It was crazy how everybody.
What's your zombie plan?
Oh, well, if it's any zombies like the World War Z, you've seen World War Z.
You're fucked at that point.
If it's anything like that, there is no plan. You're just unless you have the luck of being Brad Pitt in that film.
Did you hear that? Because I hurt my teeth.
What did you just do? Oh, like what they do in the. Yeah, if it's anything like that where zombies are sprinting, we're screwed. We're screwed.
Oh my god, it's the devil.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Anybody run for the hills?
The zombie plan, especially where I'm located, I'm probably going to die. There's nowhere to go. I'm on an island, so there's nowhere to go.
Bobby Boucher versus the zombie apocalypse. I'll play for you, coach. I'll play for you.
That's not what you just go.
He just fucking runs at people. That's crazy noise.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Oh my god. And she showed me her boobies and I like them too. Dude, oh,
you can do it.
Yeah. You can do it.
I love Hubie Halloween, but people hated that fucking movie.
I love that too. He was just I fucking felt bad. Everyone was such a dick to his character. You actually start to feel bad. Like they all made fun of him as a group.
Hubie, how the hell do you ever keep that freaking thermos on you? Aren't you afraid you're gonna lose that thing? Oh, that'll never happen. He chucks it off into the parking lot and it's on a thing that zip lines right back to him. That was fucking terrific.
Dude, that movie was definitely
Mama!
I love how he brought
and he starts screaming.
He brought I love how he brought everybody back too. I forgot the actress's name, but the one he ends up with is the same one that was in Happy Gilmore. It was before she got on Modern Family.
Yeah, she was blonde.
Yeah. So them being together again in the film, I was like, that hasn't happened in a long time. I haven't seen them together in something, so I thought that was cool. That's like what he does. Just getting all his friends to come back on like a film and some shit just because, and he makes a film just because he wants to. I just think that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I know people don't like his movies, but
a lot of people give him shit because he has the same people on. I'm like, well, if you get a cast after a first movie that works really well, why would you not stick with that same template? It's just good blockbuster hits. I mean, every one of his movies you can't really discredit. Uncut Gems was probably some of his best work. I've never seen him, but people talk it up so highly, and it's like, yeah.
You still haven't seen it?
No, I don't
really good
either.
Why?
Because I don't like watching new shit. I'm busy, Mark. I got a lot of shit to do. I
I'm
craft
busy
out
too,
2
man.
hours to talk to you.
Let's keep it shorter then, Robbie. An hour apiece.
I like
That's
talking to you. We never really get to talk. It's like I captured a unicorn with a butterfly net. That shit never happens.
Oh my god. Well, really good film if you do have a chance. Really good.
What else is on Mark's recommendations list? Mars Attacks?
Have you? What? Mars Attacks? I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I just watched it for the first time like a month ago.
We had this conversation that you didn't watch it before. I'm pretty sure we did.
A month ago.
I think it was on our last episode.
We haven't talked in 2 months.
I know. I'm saying I'm pretty sure because I'm looking at you surprised like you haven't watched it, but I'm remembering now that we talked about it that we actually never seen it before.
Then maybe it's been
Um,
over 2 months since I last watched it. See, I don't really like to keep track of time because time is just a creation of man. I like to consider that whenever my biological clock says I'm ready to have children, I'll start to have children. Mark, you don't need to rush me, you sick son of a bitch.
oh my god. No, man. That's a good movie. You actually want my list of recommendations for films, or are you just not gonna watch them? You do. Have you seen
I was
Gladiator?
nodding to them. I'm not going to actually watch them, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you're not actually gonna
No,
watch
I
them?
will.
Fantastic.
Where's my
Dude, don't worry. It's the same things when you recommend me the episodes. I'm not actually gonna listen to them, so it's the same thing.
I died a little bit on the inside. Go ahead, give me your list of recommendations. I'll watch them. I got it on my phone. I'll just watch them when I'm.
No,
getting
dude,
ready
I'm
to bed.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I would like to hear
It's
your
all good, man.
recommendation list, please.
Oh, you
Take a
would?
last sip of water. There's not that much water left in it. I went 2 hours with no drink. You're welcome. My throat is parched.
Well, I'm not sitting there going, dance monkey, do this. So I gotta stay hydrated, Robbie. And I'm also very high up here, Robbie. I don't know what it is over there
Are you in your
in
attic?
Ocean City. No, I'm not in my attic.
Like 75.
Okay, it's
It's humid as
90 out.
fuck, though.
It's 90 outside, 90, and none of the AC's on. I have a little fan because if it's on, it picks up a lot of sound. So everything's closed, and my door is closed. I hear it. I hear it.
The wind.
Yes, I hear the wind. I hear the wind. All right. Have you seen Gladiator
No.
with Russell Crowe, the 2000 film? No.
No.
Great movie.
I've watched
the
I Am
gr-
Legend the past 46 times already.
Okay, so you're watching the same movies over and over. Good movie. I like that movie.
It's a good,
Have
my
you seen
theory on coronavirus?
Have you seen the alternate ending for that?
No, is it was all in his head? He was in a coma.
No. It's more related to some of the source material in the book.
That new zombie movie was just like I Am Legend.
What news on the movie?
The one with the casino with Batista.
I didn't see it.
It just came out 2 days ago.
That's why I didn't see it because it just came out then.
It was the zombies at a casino.
I know I didn't watch it.
They had to like.
We were
the
talking about
zombies
Chris
were
D'Elia, but
smart, they
I
were
know.
alphas.
Yeah, kind of like that. The thing with the movie, I'll let you just I'll let you just watch the alternate ending because if you've already been watching it, then you really don't have to watch the whole movie. You can find the alternate ending on YouTube, and you'll start to understand it. And they do have deleted scenes in there that makes more sense when you do get to the alternate ending that they just left out. The ending is honestly it's completely different than the original.
What's your list of movie recommendations?
Okay, so you got Gladiator, The Green Mile with Tom Hanks.
That's a good movie.
You seen it?
Yeah.
I said, boss, I took the pain away.
That was such a great movie. I
When he
love that movie.
grabbed him by his dick. Nobody questioned it because he was helping him.
They were also by himself. It was just him and Michael Clark Duncan. No one else was around.
That makes it even weird. I meant the fan
know, but-
watching, not the fucking people in the movie. Nobody was like
Oh,
talking about. He grabbed him by his dick and cured his dick cancer.
What was another film?
Boss. Boss,
You
man.
get their own man. Balls, man. Have you seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
tell me, have you seen The Sixth Sense? I'm gonna slap you in the face.
Have you seen The Prestige?
No.
Really, really underrated film. If you're gonna watch any of the films, I mean, Gladiator is amazing, but Prestige is really good. It's with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. Really, really good film. 2006. One of those films that you have to watch, but you can't be doing something else at the same time. Like I know there's certain people that can just watch a movie and like do work or whatever at the same time. You can't. You're gonna miss shit in this film. You're gonna just miss it. So
I can't
that's a
play
good
Dragon
one.
City and watch.
No.
Damn it.
I would. I mean, you can. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I just think that
Don't
you're
control
gonna miss
me.
some stuff. I don't control you. That's what I'm saying. You can do whatever you
gatekeeping
want.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Mhm.
Relax.
You want my movie
Um,
recommendations?
Go ahead.
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie is really good.
Okay. The original, I've seen that one.
Okay. You don't really need to watch any other movie but that one on repeat.
I was gonna say, if that was your only recommendation.
Step Brothers is a good one.
Step Brothers is great. Yep.
Spider-Man without any of the new ones. Watch the old ones.
Never seen those.
Tom Holland.
The Tobey Maguire ones.
Yes. Tobey Maguire is the real Spider-Man. Coming from a Tom Holland look-alike. Supposedly. You know how many people commented on that tweet of a photo of me and then Tom Holland and was like, hey, I honestly thought you were Tom Holland when I first got into a podcast with you. I was like, you fuck. I love you all, but why do you hurt me so?
Why do you hurt me?
Take the knife out of my back, Jim.
What's another one?
I don't watch a lot of new stuff. I kind of just watch the same shit on repeat. Jupiter Rising was pretty good if you can get past the shitty directing.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It's not, I don't call it shitty because he teaches their own. It's hard to create a work like that, but it's not like Michael Bay style directing.
Okay.
So, and then I like to watch just for the heck of it, like all these documentaries on cults and UFOs and all that stuff.
Okay.
Because I find it interesting. I don't, you know, what I get fascinated by cults is the fact that how people could get to the point of believing something just because they need something to believe in at the time that they'll chop off their dick. And the factor of that a bebop comet is coming by, thinking it's going to take them to this magical place. Oh, really good TV show. Stan Against Evil is a good show. It's with the guy from Scrubs who plays Dr. Cox.
Yes. Okay.
And then Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
Yeah, it's about demons in like an IT office in hell. And one of the guys who plays in it, I found out, is on last podcast on the left, but I don't listen to the last podcast anymore.
Okay.
I only listen to one show. What?
What's the one show?
Obviously, Joe Rogan. Now, I recommend the Crab Feast for anybody because that's a good. It stopped in 2018, but it was a 10-year-long thing. It's like comedians joking on actual famous people's stories and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. It's with Ryan Sickler.
Okay.
That's about all I got. We're about at the 2-hour mark. We can wrap it up.
I was gonna say, you look like you're falling asleep.
It's fucking past my bedtime. What can I say? I stayed up for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You exhausted the shit out of me with your emotional problems. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you. I
only scratched the surface, Ron. Only scratched the surface.
Give me
There's way more.
Just
no.
it slowly. I don't think I can handle all of it. I'm already contemplating jumping off my roof at times.
That will never happen. That's what people don't realize.
Call of the void. The French made a term for it. That when you you go to a really high building and you look off the edge of it, and there's something that tells you what happens if I jumped or fell from here. That's called call of the void. So I'm not fucking suicidal. That's a real thing.
Okay.
It's a rare phenomenon called call of the void, calling you into the deep dark abyss of what is known as your life, a never-ending pit of despair. Someone put up a tweet on Twitter and was like, if you were confronted by a demon and he was taking you to hell, what would you want him to appear as, and what would you want to be driven, or how would you like to go there? And I was like, I would want Johnny Cash pulling up in a Pontiac Judge where he's in the passenger seat and I get to drive all the way into the gates.
So that's what you want.
I mean, it's just a thought. Probably could think a little bit better on it. If he had Froyo,
well, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying, but is there a reason specifically? You just think that would be like a cool thing to.
I like Johnny Cash, and driving my dream car into hell seems like a good way to end it. I can't hear you because you took your AirPods out. Why didn't you have those headphones on the whole time?
Because then I can hear myself better with these.
Sounds a lot better than it did for the rest of the time. Thanks for ruining my. Look, we got to do it again. Another 2 hours. I guess it's starting here. It's going to be a 4-hour episode, everybody. Hope you all brought your chips and dip, your salsa and guac.
Everyone's like, it's an intermission. Let's go.
How do you want to end it?
How do I want to end it?
Yeah, like if you were gonna,
preferably with a gun. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was gonna say that's the easiest way. Is why I have thoughts on gun control.
How
How do I want to end it?
It needs
How do you want to
mental
end it?
health
It's your
check.
it's your fucking show. How do you want to end it? You tell me. You take
Um,
control.
If I had YouTube rights to Back in Black, I'd probably blast some of that. Or Renegades of Funk seems like a really good one to play. But
Do you have anybody that does music for you?
besides my intro,
Well, that's what I mean. Like, do you have anything? Like, is there anybody that you've met on here that has done it? Or is it just
probably
mainly
I just
artists?
I don't want to bother anybody.
See, you sound like me now.
I'm tired and I get anxiety.
I get anxiety. I'm tired. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want to owe nobody anybody. I don't want to do it.
Are you charging your iPad while we're talking?
What? No, I can move my
Okay.
iPad wherever.
I would say the last time I was talking with David, his computer died. We talked so long. So I was trying to see if I could run out your iPad battery.
Where am I at? I can't even see my percentage.
Haha.
Hold on. All right, I'm at 57.
Damn,
So-
that's too long of a chat. I don't want to talk to you for that long.
Yeah, you got a long way because we did start at 82. So you got a long way to go there.
I'm on a long way to the bottom. If you want to commit the we can't do that. I'll get us taken off YouTube. If anybody wants to call the helpline, I can put the number in the description if you really feel like you need to call somebody. I appreciate everybody listening to the podcast. I'm glad if you made it this far, or if you just skipped to the ending and just took out the whole middle of this episode. It's like skipping the entree and going right to the dessert. It's kind of weird, but I get it. If that's what you want to do, start with your dessert and then head into your entree. You're going to have chocolate or peanut butter stuck to your lips, depending on if you got the tiramisu or not. But it's been an adventure with my good old pal Mark. It's been a lifelong journey, many more to come, hopefully. I don't know what else to say besides I love you. Hope you're all doing okay. There's probably something in your fridge that's past expiration date. You should probably look for it and throw it out. It's not good to keep expired food in your refrigerator. I'm really dragging out the 2 hours. I don't know. Be good to people, I guess. Mark, what do you got to say to the people?
That's a good one. I like that. Right at the end, be good to people. That's probably the most important, especially now, because everybody's for everybody. And
Now, if you could give up an organ, we never got that question. Kidneys is not a real answer. That's not even an organ. Doesn't do much.
are you fucking kidding me? You tell me a kidney is not an organ?
Now, like I was thinking of a heart. Would you give up your heart to a child that needs it?
Yes.
Bullshit. I wouldn't even
Yes.
give it up. I'd be like, fuck no.
If it was, if
How
it
is
was
he
somebody,
still alive? He doesn't have a heart.
if it was a child, it happens. There's heart transplants. Obviously, they
Brain
just,
transplants.
you know what? Honestly, I don't even know if they could give me, if I could give them my heart. Isn't
be
like a
dead.
thing because they're too. No. I'm saying when you're a child and you're doing a heart transplant, do you need another child's heart because of the size?
No, I think they can probably put an adult one in you, depending on how big your heart was.
And his heart grew 3 times that day because
Well, I'm
he had
saying
a
if it's
rare
like a-
medical condition where his heart would not stop growing.
Well, I'm only saying because if the kid's like 3 years old, everything is less developed. So
Imagine getting an 80-year-old man's junk.
and you in the junk.
You'd be that
You
kid
and-
in
you
the
and-
gym with the gym shorts where his nuts hang down the gym shorts.
Oh my God.
Sagging today, Jimmy.
Remember you telling me that on the first episode.
Oh,
Like,
they
went
brought
to the
hippity
gym.
hops in the gym. No, these are just my balls.
You go in there like, what is it with the freaking naked people? The naked old guys in the gym.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Should make a
I
fucking
want to get a
movie about
workout
it.
in, wash my hands, possibly take a shit, and there's a naked old man in
A
there.
dark,
Why?
clouded asshole is the pits of hell.
Clouded ass. With his younger grandson just staring there and
Ordering
Horror.
Chinese food like a
ordering
fucking
Chinese food. Oh my God, that's what it was.
Make sure you get the lo mein. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Do you want an egg roll? Yes, a nice short and stumpy one.
All right. You turn my show dirty. How dare you?
Ah, you're talking
bring-
about old balls.
We
and-
bring valued information on this show, and you just come in here with this. We created a hockey team.
We did create a hockey team.
Nobody fed them either, so they're probably stuck on the bus. Just skeletons at this point.
We were in Antarctica. So
Oh
they
my
weren't on
God,
a
they
bus.
better have killed a polar bear, but then we'd be sued. Can you
No,
imagine
they're-
that?
They're
being in the
dead.
middle of the Arctic and you can't kill a polar bear, because if you survive after killing a polar bear, the world's going to hate you because you killed a polar bear. So you have to die and let this polar bear eat your dick first because you're too afraid of the people, too afraid of woke culture. I love my
Should've left.
scenarios. A lot of these are for David. I drop them in episodes. So when David hears them, he's like, I love your scenarios.
He's just sitting there all high, like, what, but really, what if?
Yeah, he pauses it and just goes off in this Kramer moment where he's throwing his hand through his hair, like,
He's like,
never even thought about
you got to do his impression. M, listen to this.
And where the fuck's my cereal?
You got to listen to what Robbie said.
Well, thanks for joining me for a boy.
Oh my God.
That's what he says every time.
So
Then,
David, if you skipped, which you probably didn't, I did not get surgery, David. I did not get surgery.
you can't tell him until this episode comes out.
I'm not going to tell him anything. I'm waiting to see if I get a message. I'm kind of curious now because I have it on vibrate. No, I did not get a message.
Mark, we're ending it.
You're ending it?
Yeah.
Come on, end it.